build better and prosperous.
All he wants to build better and prosperous. Is that States was so upset about my jokes that I made about him, he directed his staffers at the White House to call Disney.
It's nice to relax and spend time with the people I love. And also the president. Hey!
If Mrs. Trump wasn't at some event and it was really noted, he would definitely bring it up with her. So I'm sure in this context, it's definitely really bothering him.
Trump's silence is deafening. The man who never met a tweet he didn't like suddenly can't find his caps lock key. What's got the former president biting his tongue? Colbert and Kimmel have been having a field day with Trump's marriage, and for once, he's not firing back. Is the self-proclaimed master of insults finally out of comebacks? Or is something else going on behind those Mar-a-Lago gates?
Country for tomorrow.
Yes, this appearance, it was as if they caught her in a glue trap at Saks Fifth Avenue and dragged her there.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Rather than battling extraterrestrials, Colbert and Kimmel are confronting Trump's marriage. A group of late-night hosts have joined forces to dish out some jaw-dropping remarks. Not long ago, Kimmel made a joke that struck a unique chord. He made a joke about Melania not showing up to Trump events because she was too busy watching senior dentists play pickleball. That hurts. That's different from the usual Trump roast. It's intimate and has people talking. No longer are Trump's hair and tweets the only targets of these jokes.
Being on the jury must have led to hard feelings between you and your husband.
Oh, please, Stephen. I haven't felt anything hard between us for years.
Their investigation into his romance with Melania has obviously touched a sensitive spot. Discovering that Superman's mom makes jokes instead of kryptonite is like that. Some astute techniques are being employed by Colbert and Kimmel. What they perceive as a dysfunctional marriage is being highlighted through their use of absurdity and exaggeration.
Build better and prosperous.
All he wants to build better and prosperous. Is that?
They are not merely aiming for easy laughs. Their relationship counselor's notebook has replaced their political satire playbook. There has been a wide range of reactions from the audience. Some people are shocked because they think the comedians crossed a line. For some, it's long overdue that someone exposed Trump's private life.
As you can see, their table was roped off, but it's unclear if that was to keep people away or to prevent her from fleeing.
And they're devouring the story. Regardless, the jokes are going viral on social media, with hashtags appearing more quickly than Trump's justifications. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. Trump, who seemed to enjoy himself no matter what, has suddenly become eerily silent. Nothing, not even an angry all caps response or a slur. It's as if we're all sitting on the edge of our seats, anticipating a tweet storm that hasn't materialized. Yet, like watching a volcano erupt without the lava.
It's a little sensitive, but I have to ask you about your husband's arrest.
Oh, Stephen, I just hate hearing that word.
Arrest?
No, husband. Oh.
It says a lot that Trump is remaining silent. Like a slap in the face to his ego, he's at a loss for words. A pair of designer stilettos appears to have been Trump's Achilles heel, according to the comedians. You should not assume that Colbert and Kimmel have finished. Oh no, that's only the beginning. As the comedic Avengers prepare for their next mission, I can't help but think that Trump's marriage will once again be under scrutiny.
States was so upset about my jokes that I made about him, he directed his staffers at the White House to call Disney.
Attention everyone, this hilarious conflict is far from finished. Everyone, keep your MAGA hats on. Unlike his usual spray tan during a heat wave, Trump's usual tirades and tweets have mysteriously dried up. Is the most rambling president in the Oval Office at last utterly speechless? Or is this just the quiet before a Twitter storm of epic proportions? Trump's recent behavior is more reminiscent of Silent Night than Frosty the Showman. Let's explore why this is happening. Everyone knows that Trump is the type of person who can't help but tweet at a breakneck pace. Up until recently though, he was as silent as a mouse in a MAGA cap factory. Absolutely no yelling or threatening. He seems to have lost control of his Twitter machine, or perhaps his little fingers got stuck in a mini golf hole.
Focused on treating America as one big couch they can all screw together. It's Wiles headlined the event.
Our beloved orange diva has abruptly stopped talking. It appears that the marriage jokes that Colbert and Kimmel made may have been Trump's Achilles heel, unlike insults directed at his hair or small hands.
Melania is not now, or hasn't recently taken part in her husband's political events. It's not comfortable for her.
Those that target his relationship with Melania strike closer to home. Jokes about spouses, according to experts, can really irritate public figures. As someone who enjoys playing tough, these jokes hit Trump like a political wedgie. He's caught off guard because they're showing him the flaws in his "I'm the best at everything" act.
I wouldn't be the man I am today without your guidance, kindness, and warmth. Don't blame her for what happened to you.
People are starting to question Trump's mental state due to his unusual silence. Is he hatching a scheme to get even, like a villain from a cartoon? Or is he merely cooped up in a corner, eating hamburgers and coffee?
It's nice to relax and spend time with the people I love. And also the president.
To relieve his stress. His followers are becoming restless over whatever it is. They're more uneasy than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs because their leader isn't tweeting like crazy.
Reports say that Melania has been so reluctant to re-enter public life that the former president had to beg her to be seen in public with him.
Even political scientists are baffled. If Trump continues to remain silent, they argue, he will appear even more vulnerable than a wet MAGA hat. If a boxer insists he can punch his way out of any problem, it's like watching him remain in his corner the whole time. However, the most shocking part is that Melania has been more active than a New York City traffic jam, whereas Trump has been as silent as a church mouse. Like Trump evades tax returns, she has been avoiding public appearances with him.
If Mrs. Trump wasn't at some event and it was really noted, he would definitely bring it up with her. So I'm sure in this context, it's definitely really bothering him.
Trump is clearly losing in her version of Where's Waldo, where the game is titled Where's Melania? So until Trump rediscovers the caps lock key, one thing is certain, his silence is saying a lot. Houston, we have an issue, it says. Would it be more appropriate to say, Mar-a-Lago, we have a problem? It appears that our comedic duo may have found Trump's Twitter password, if not his heart. Joking about his marriage turned out to be the man's secret weapon for gaining silence. It's as if you just learned that Lois Lane jokes, rather than kryptonite, are Superman's Achilles heel. Even more so than his customary all-caps tirades, Trump's quiet speaks volumes in this intellectual showdown. It's funny and sad all at the same, like seeing a mime attempt to argue. Perhaps he's coming to terms with the fact that sometimes the best response is none at all. Perhaps he is simply a spoiled brat, holed up in his golden tower with his kafef and hamburgers. Melania, on the other hand, is becoming the political equivalent of Where's Waldo. At what point will she attend Trump's next rally?
That he is really a family man. He loves his family. He loves this country.
And what if she's preoccupied with reading her prenup? People, this comedy special is not yet over. Perhaps in the future, Trump and Melania will make an appearance on Dr. Phil. I can practically feel the ratings skyrocketing right now.